Good afternoon. No, you're not going to see my face on the video today. I'm over here at McDonald's in the back of the parking lot here. I'm going to throw a video out to you. I'm having a coffee and something to go with it. I want to just throw a little video out to you. Nothing special. My videos aren't really all that special, but I try to get something out to you every once in a while. In the past, not recently, but a while back, I had people ask me what kind of cameras did I use. Sorry, I'm filling my face. And because I have my comments disabled, I can't reply to anybody, or nobody can ask me anything. So if I try to remember, I usually answer by way of video. In the years past, I've used a lot of cameras, and for the longest time, the Kodak ZE-1 was my to-go camera. I used that for just about everything. But lately, it's been the Boblov W1, which both Tommy and I use. We each have one. Does 1080p as well as 720. That was a piece of ice that came off the tree that just hit the windshield. And as you can see on the videos that I have made using that camera, the quality is pretty darn good, and I'll tell you what, it's my opinion, it's almost as good as a GoPro, and I'm not talking about a 4K GoPro. I'm talking about a 1080p GoPro. It's almost as good a quality. The GoPros, as far as I'm concerned, are overpriced. There's issues with them. They overheat in the summertime. I've seen some videos that were done in the summer, especially down south. The cameras shut off because they get too hot in the hot weather. And they're very, very expensive, you know, unless you buy a used one. You don't know, you'll be getting somebody else's problems. And they're not worth the hundreds of dollars for what you get. Yes, they're good quality, no doubt about it, but the Boblov W1 at 1080p, again, I'm talking about 1080p now, I'm not talking about 4K. It'll be very, very close. The camera I'm using now is the Boblov W1. Of course, you know it's fisheye. When you get close, everything's curved. But your GoPros are that way too. But for what I do on video, and what Tommy does, even if we could afford it, it's not worth it. I mean, if I was like some of these larger channels that was traveling all over and making videos in every state, you know, almost, and very, very popular channel, and I was making that kind of money, yes, I would. Don't need it. It's my opinion, of course. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I have a couple of sports cams that are like GoPro knockoffs, paid under $50 for them, and the 1080p on those are not anywhere near as good as the Boblov W1. There goes another one to hit the windshield. Of course, the Boblov, I paid $25 so much. I looked on eBay today just to see what they went up to. They went up almost double. They're usually anywhere from $37 on up to $60, $70 or over $100. They're insane now. But it don't have image stabilization, so they're not a good camera to walk around with without getting motion sickness. Whereas your GoPro would have image stabilization, but you're paying many, many, many times more money. Hundreds of dollars. To me, they're overpriced. Just like your iPads, I get them all mixed up. The phones they got out there, iPhones, they're overpriced. The smartphone I got, Samsung A14, is a $225 phone. And it does almost as good as an iPhone. I wouldn't say it does as good, but it does just as well. I only use about 10% of that phone. I don't even know how to use the rest of it. All I use it for, I don't even use it to take pictures, because the photos that it takes is supposed to be 50 megapixels. That's a lot of BS. The videos it takes is almost as good as this Boblov W1. You can believe that or not. I've made lots of tests. You're looking right now at a $20, $25 camera. That's what I paid for it. But now, like I say, they've gone up in price. So why should I go out and spend hundreds of dollars, which I don't have and never will have, for a camera that doesn't do much, much better, except for image stabilization, has a screen on it, which the Boblov don't, but it's such wide angle, you just aim it and you're pretty much on. It's wide angle. I don't know if it's 270 degrees or what. So, that's what I use. Now, in the shop, I have used the Boblov in the shop on occasions. But when I'm working and I want to do close-ups on something I'm working on the bench, I use my JVC, which I've had for a few years. So, I just wanted to get that out. I like to be able to explain things, and everybody does what they want to do and what they can afford. There's some that can afford the iPods. I can't even talk today. The GoPros. You're really paying for the name. I don't consider my videos all that good. And if I was making money on it and make a living, like a lot of these channels, and I could name them, but you pretty well know the channels out there that get thousands and thousands and thousands of views in one day on one video. They're the ones that are making big money. Well, naturally they want the best cameras, and stuff like that. And, I agree, because if I was doing the same thing, I would do that too, because I'd be making the money and I would be able to afford it. So, there was a time, not too many years back, that I was doing 640 by 480 video resolution on my Samsung SL105 point-and-shoot camera doing videos. Many, many years I've used that camera. When I saw the video quality on this camera here that I'm using, I was amazed at the quality it could do for the money. I've had that dash cam that I told you about. The Ugu dash cam, that does 1080. It does okay, but nowhere near as good as this. So we have to buy what we can afford. When Tommy and I look for video cameras, we're looking for the best quality for the lowest price. And right now, with the Bavlov W1, I don't need anything else. Yes, it would be great if it had image stabilization. I don't care about not having a screen on the back, because it takes such wide angle, all I got to do is point it, and it'll cover pretty much a very large area. Matter of fact, sometimes when I'm shooting in the yard, it does such wide angle that it picks up things I don't want it to pick up. Making a mess here, eating what I'm having here. I'm having one of those, well, what I did is I went to Cumberland's and got one of these Berry Blast muffins. They're loaded with all kinds of berries, like blueberries and raspberries and everything else. And I come here and have the coffee because Cumberland's has gone up to $1.29 for a small coffee. It's farmhouse blend. I don't like the taste of it. McDonald's is 10 times better. It's a better taste, and it still costs me $1 with the tax. So Cumberland's is shot up on their small hot coffee, $1.29, and the large hot or iced coffee is $1.81 with the tax. It used to be $1.06 with the tax. So they took a big jump. So I started paying $1.30 for a small coffee at Cumberland's that I don't really enjoy that much. Farmhouse blend has a taste that I don't like. But I know a lot of people that like it. Boy, I'm getting crumbs all over the place here. I don't like eating in the car, but I can't eat in McDonald's here because I can't talk on a video without having people look at me. So I'm not doing much. This is the first time I've done one of these, but I'm not on camera. Just giving you a view of the woodland in the back parking lot of McDonald's. So, I just wanted to let you know I'm happy with what I got. Neither Tommy nor myself will, even if we could afford it, pay several $100s for a camera that we feel is not worth the money. And what are we going to do? At our age, my wife and I, we can't travel anymore. We can't afford it, and we can't. Anyways, my wife can hardly get around the house, never mind going on vacation. Those days are gone. When I used to go to on vacation a lot, once a year, yes, I'd be wanting to get some good quality cameras. If I was going today on vacation, I would be taking the Bavalov W1 with me and a good 35 millimeter type of camera. In other words, a digital camera like the big Fuji that I have, which has, I think, a 46 optical zoom on it. But for just what we do, Jewett City, it's too cold for that now, but that's it. We don't do anything. Life is not very exciting for us. When you're up in our age group, we're lucky to still be alive. So, basically, that's really what I wanted to talk about, and it's long, I know. Someone asked me, I noticed your videos are shorter now. Did you stop making long ones? Well, they're shorter because I don't have anything to offer. Today will be an exception. It'll be long and boring. A lot of people just click off the long ones anyways. So, very few people will watch a long video unless it's really entertaining and holds your interest. The stuff I do, like if I do an electronic video, which I said I wouldn't do too much of, I have on that power supply, but there's not going to be much going on, but I did want to put a video out on that, and if I don't do that stuff too often, that's good. You don't want to do one thing all the time. People will get tired of it. Too much of one thing drives you away, actually. You drive the viewer away. And if you can see the mess that I've got on me right now, from the crumbs of this muffin, what? I don't even know if this is still recording. There's a little flashing LED on the side of the camera that tells you it's still going. So, I assume it is. So, anyways, on another subject, I have had problems the last few days. Every once in a while, I use Google Chrome. Knock on wood, clunk, 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 clunk. I haven't had any problems with the YouTube ad thing coming up and blocking me from watching videos. Now, I probably jinxed myself. It's been several weeks and I haven't had any problem, and I didn't do anything different. I'm using uBlock Origin only. And in the past, I've used uBlock Origin only, and I still got blocked. So, but one thing that started happening, and it happened a few weeks ago, it happened a few months ago too, on and off, is when I go to my channel and I hit subscription to see if anybody new has a video, it says there is no subscriptions. Please try another channel. Wow! I don't like that. I think I better back up a little bit. Man, that hit the glass hard. That's all we need, is a busted windshield. So anyways, on the, I'm talking too long. On my YouTube subscriptions, which I'm, like I say, I most all the time use Windows 7, Google Chrome, or the browser Brave. I didn't put Brave in the Windows 10 yet. I haven't done that. And I only put the Brave in there because if I have trouble in getting blocked with forcing me to watch ads, which I won't do. You know, the funny thing is, I watch a lot of channels and nobody has ever complained about it. Maybe all of you out there are just living with the ads and not complaining. I won't. But anyways, when I click on the subscription tabs, I don't have anybody coming through anymore. Now, sometimes it'll work. I could come back home and click on it, it'll work. I don't know if that's a YouTube thing. They're upgrading it or downgrading it or whatever they're doing. Or is it because Google Chrome on Windows 7 is obsolete or something? I don't know. As long as it still works, I'm going to still use it. Even though I still get that warning banner across the top, which has been there for over a year. But anyways, like I say, my videos are not very interesting. I babble on and babble on. I'll admit that. You know, and because the comments are off, I can't get suggestions as what things could be. So obviously, I am not going to be putting the comments on. That is a thing of the past. There will be no more comments, and that's just the way my channel is going to be. So the cameras I got, I'm very happy with them. I don't have any problem whatsoever, and they're good enough for what I do. There is nothing going on in the workshop. No projects. It's way too cold. It's probably not even 35 degrees in there now. It's very cold out here. I have a 250 watt electric heater going all the time, and it just barely takes some of the chill out. It doesn't do much. Now, when it's in the 50s outside, yeah, then the shop starts getting comfortable in order to work in there, and you don't need a coat. When you can see your breath in the shop, it is cold. So, the last time I made a video and showed you the shop update, that was the very last day. That was the day before the storm. And I have not been in the shop since. We lucked out. We did not lose power. Thank goodness for that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day now.